There, mom, I'm sorry I wasn't enough, and I know you don't love me most likely. I'm not talented or smart. There is nothing special about me. I love you though. I just don't want to continue anymore. If you are looking for me, I'll be at the Brooklyn Bridge later on tonight. If you get this, I'm sorry. That means I'm gone. Those were the words of a young female patient that I have. I was in a middle school once the 911 call came through. And we arrived on scene to a young female crying. Her teacher found her at her desk. And when I asked her what was going on, she said, I felt so lonely and a lot of things that's been going on just all came down crashing at the same time. The teacher said, I'm so sorry you felt that way. And the teacher continues to say, you are literally the brightest star in my class. You have so many friends, everybody love you. A lot of students be talking about movie nights at your house. How do you feel lonely? And that right there strike me because a young girl in middle school response was, I felt lonely because I'm surrounded but feel unseen and unheard. And obviously this letter was written towards her parents, towards her mom, because it says their mom. And I'm in no place to judge anybody living situations, nor am I in the place to judge the mom. Being a mother is very hard, but being a child is also hard. So there are no easy positions and roles to play in this scenario. So we continue on to take this kid to the ambulance, and I felt for her. I felt for her because life is only going to get harder from there. She has yet to enter her adult life. But that doesn't mean it's all bad because she's going to get to learn what she like, what she doesn't like, and what she's good at. Having a long conversation, one thing led to another. She said she wanted to be a fashion designer and she was from a third world country. And as a third world country person myself, I know how hard it is when you tell your parents that you don't want to be an engineer, doctor, lawyer, nurse, or anything in the medical field because I've done it. And now I'm an engineer and now I'm in school for something in the medical field. And it wasn't always easy. And what struck me is that the most famous kid in the class felt lonely. Lonely to the point where she wanted to take her life. For the little audience that I have, if you ever feel like that, please comment because I pay attention to my comments. Tag me in something or you just shoot me a text. My Instagram and Facebook page or public. Not that I don't have my own issues going on, but we losing too many people through suicidal issues. And we do live in a country and we are in a world where that's not really a lot of people's priority right now. And as an adult, I had to look at this kid and put myself in her shoes. And I do feel like that sometimes. Sometimes you're in a party in a room full of people, 50, 100 people, you feel alone. Or sometimes you're on social media, you see people are surrounded by loved ones and you just don't have any loved ones. For example, we are around the holidays of Christmas. We just got off Thanksgiving. I could tell you ever since my sisters and my nephews moved out of the house, Thanksgiving and Christmas haven't been the same. And also ever since my pops left the crib, and now being an adult, being in school and working, no holidays feel the same, not even my birthday. So I understand a glimpse of feeling alone and feeling not seen because every Thanksgiving, every Christmas, everybody's doing what? Posting their food, posting the gifts that they got, or they're on a plane going to see a family member. And obviously, I'm not hating. It is great that you have families that you could go to and, see and do all these things with. But I'm talking to the people that do all these things and yet feel like they are lonely and they are not seen. And I get it. It's hard. It's not something that you could just get up and feel better about the next day because you choose to. Because a lot of people, when they speak about mental health and depression and anxiety, they tell you, well, you just got to choose to be better. And although there are certain roles that plays, and I agree with them, such as going for a walk, going to the gym, and taking care of yourself, eating healthy. Yeah, you correct on that standpoint, but it's not always like that. And there are levels to those illness that we are not scientists and doctors and mental illness people that we would never understand. And when I asked that child in that moment, why do you not feel talented enough for your mom to love you? She said because her mom is in a church and she loves all the other kids because the other kids have certain grades, other kids play certain sports or dance, and she doesn't do any of these things. She just like to read and design clothes. And I saw some of the clothes that this kid designed on a piece of paper. It was beautiful. And I'm not just saying this because I feel for her. I'm saying this because of what I saw with my two eyes. And I hope this kid is doing good now. We had a talk. She was very happy. You know, she said that we were very nice and we inspired her one day to do the job that we do. Although I wouldn't recommend, but it was sad to see a kid in that situation, surrounded but yet feel alone. You could feel that in a party, you could feel that at home at a sporting event. I feel like in our life, especially when you're destined to be something greater than what you currently are and bigger than the places and the people you hang out with, you do get that feeling a lot. You, in a sense, outgrow the room and the fake people leave, right? And the real ones stay. But it's not easy to see that all the time. A lot of people will be like, oh, why everybody else leaving? But you don't see that that fake person is leaving your life for a reason. So we often question, why do people leave? Forgetting that you are ready for the next phase of your life. You are ready for the next blessings in your life. And honestly, people leave your life sometimes because of something you did, and we have to take accountability. And sometimes people leave your life once they finish charging up. A Tesla charging pulse. That's what you were to them. They got their energy back. They start feeling like themselves, and they forgot about you because they just came to fix themselves. They never saw you. They saw the positive things that you brought into their life. And a lot of times we find that in relationships and people that we quickly fall in love with because we thought that they were all about us. But honestly, they were obviously all about them. You see that every day as an adult in your job, because once your agenda don't match with theirs, or once you mess up on one rule, they care more about the image and they let you go. And that's life. Feeling alone doesn't necessarily mean you are a loser, because I feel like a lot of people, that's what they put in people's heads, that you are alone because you're a loser. That's not necessarily true at all. You're alone because your mind is just in a different space right now. You're alone because you're probably just trying to figure out things. You're alone because you're just simply not feeling it. Every day you can be a laughing clown. Every day things cannot just be all jolly. And, sometimes we really got to sit down in that dark space and figure things out as an adult and as a young youth, teenager, whatever you want to say. We all have to sit down and figure life out at one point. To some, it may come earlier, to others, it may not. But mental health is serious. Check on your peoples. Don't be somebody that just do the pivotal pit stop. Like, check on your peoples here and there to make sure they're really good. Not just going to the club, going to the fancy dinners, hanging out, smoking, drinking, playing dominoes, whatever y'all do. But like, check on people's mental health and seeing how they really are doing. Sometimes you don't even have to do the small talk. You gotta seriously be like, yo, bro, how you doing? How you feeling mentally? Nah, hey, how was your day? How's your mom? How's your dad? You don't really care about all that because you're just checking in, and we gotta go straight into it. And yeah, that's what I have for you guys. Happy holidays. I hope you guys are having a great week and weekend. And this holiday, reach out to 3 people. Don't just say Merry Christmas.